Hello everyone. In today's session, we will continue the series of parts of speech that has already been discussed in our previous lecture. So today's first parts of speech or word category is conjunction. So we'll talk about the conjunction. What is conjunction? Conjunction is a type of connector. It is a word which connects two different words, two or more than two different words, phrases or clauses. The word which connects two or more than two different words, phrases or clauses is called conjunction. Clear? So we can relate it with the examples. The example number one is Ram and Shyam are friends. Ram and Shyam are friends. So here the conjunction and is joining two different words. Here the conjunction and is joining two different words. Ram and Shyam. Clear? So the word and is joining two different words. So we can say that and is here a conjunction. This word is used here as a conjunction. Clear? So here conjunction and is joining two different words. It can also join two different phrases. We can see the example number 2. You can have a pista ice cream or a brownie sundae. So here are two phrases, a pista ice cream or a brownie sundae. These two phrases are connected with or. So or here is a conjunction. It can connect two different clauses, two or more than two different clauses. So example number 3 tells us about the connecting of clauses. He will succeed is the clause number 1 and he works hard is clause number 2. These two clauses are connected with if. So if is also a type of conjunction which is connecting here two different clauses. Clear? So the definition of conjunction is clear, that it connects two or more than two different words, phrases or clauses. Clear? So there are two different, we can majorly categorize these conjunctions in two different major categories. That is, first one is coordinate conjunction and the second one is subordinate conjunction. These two are major categories of conjunctions, coordinate conjunctions and subordinate conjunctions. And there is also another conjunction which we can call a derived conjunction, that is correlative. Correlative is a conjunction when we relate a coordinate or a subordinate conjunction with the other part of the sentence. For example, we can take an example, either or. Either or. Here or is a coordinate conjunction. Here or is a coordinate conjunction. Clear? This conjunction is related with determiner either. Either here is a determiner. So or conjunction is related with determiner and this pair becomes correlative conjunction pair. Clear? So third type is correlative conjunction, but we will discuss only these two conjunctions because all the conjunctions are majorly categorized in these two parts. First one is coordinate conjunction and the second one is subordinate conjunction. We can remember these conjunctions by this mnemonic like fanboys. Fanboy stands for, F stands for, A stands for and, N for nor, B stands for but, or, yet, and so. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So we can it will be helpful for us to remember it by this mnemonic fanboys. Fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Clear? And rest of the conjunction are subordinate conjunction. The conjunction except these fanboys conjunctions, all other conjunctions are subordinate conjunctions like if, unless, until, whenever, that, while, since, that's why, that, when, and so many other conjunctions. Clear? So conjunction is a word which connects. So connector is a word. Connector is conjunction. Connector is conjunction. So connector is conjunction. Clear? It connects words, phrases and clauses. Is my point clear to all of you? Good. So our next parts of speech is preposition. Our next part of speech is preposition. What is preposition? Preposition is a word which is used before a noun or a pronoun. Okay, preposition is a word which is used before a noun or a pronoun, and it relates that noun or a pronoun with the other part of the sentence. So we'll jump to the definition of this word category or this word. Here we can see it relates a noun or a pronoun. It relates a noun or a pronoun with the other part of the sentence. With the other part of the sentence. So preposition is a relative word. It relates a noun or a pronoun. It is used before a noun or a pronoun and relate that particular noun or a pronoun with the other part of the sentence. That other part could be a noun. That other part could be anything like a noun, a pronoun, an adjective, or a verb. It can be anything. Clear? But not an adverb. The other part could be a noun, a pronoun, an adjective, or a verb, but cannot be an adverb. Clear? So we can understand it by this example. Here the man in the car shouted at the boy standing near the shop. If I omit these prepositions from here, if I eliminate these prepositions from here, so the sentence becomes absurd. The man, the car shouted the boy standing the shop. It doesn't convey any logical meaning. Why it is not conveying any logical meaning? Because there is no conjunction. Sorry, there is no preposition which is relating these words with the other part of the sentence. So here we can see that the car is a noun, the boy is a noun, and the shop is a noun. So these words are not related with standing. Like the shop is not related with standing because this is not relating this word to the standing, and the boy is not related to shouted. The car is not related to the man word. So if we want to relate these words, if we want to make some connection in these words so that they can convey a meaning, we have to use a preposition between these two words. The man in the car. We can say the man. If I put a preposition, the man in the car, it conveys a meaning. This phrase conveys a meaning. Shouted at the boy, it also conveys a meaning. And standing near the shop, it also conveys a meaning. So the main purpose of using a preposition before a noun or a pronoun is to relate that noun. Like here, car is related with the man in the car. Here it conveys a logical meaning. So a preposition always relates a noun or a pronoun with the other part. That other part could be a noun or a pronoun. That other part could be a verb, like here, shouted at the boy. Shouted is verb here, and the boy is noun. So these two parts of speech, this noun is related with shouted by after using this preposition at. Clear? Here standing is an adjective. This is not a verb. It is an adjective. And here near is a preposition. Near is preposition. So this preposition near relates the word shop with the word standing. So the shop word is noun, and this noun is related with standing after using this preposition near. Clear? So preposition relates a noun or a pronoun with the other part of the sentence. Clear? The most important thing that we have to learn in this lecture, the most important thing in this word category preposition, that any noun or a pronoun used after a preposition, any noun or a pronoun used after the preposition becomes an object of preposition. If a noun or a pronoun is used after a preposition, it becomes what? An object of preposition. Clear? Any noun or a pronoun used after the preposition is called object of preposition. Like if I say he shouted at her. He shouted at her. Here her is a noun or a pronoun. It is a pronoun here. It is a pronoun here. Clear? It is a pronoun here. And this pronoun is used after at. At is a preposition. So this word her, this pronoun becomes an object of preposition. What? An object of preposition. So you have to remember it that a word or a noun or a pronoun used after a preposition becomes an object of that particular preposition. Clear? Here are some examples of preposition like in, on, at, above, under, over, below, for, against, up to, upon, into, onto, up, down, among, amongst, between, along, through, beneath, etc., and many more. Clear? So I think you guys have already understood the concept of preposition. So I'll jump to the next parts of speech, that is interjection. What is the interjection? Interjection is nothing but simply a sudden reaction. The word which expresses our sudden reactions or emotions. Clear? Interjection is the word which expresses our sudden reaction, like wow, like eureka, oh my god, what, bravo. Okay, these words are expressing our sudden reactions or emotions, like congratulations, welcome, thanks. These words are expressing emotions, and these words are hooray, alas, wow, eureka, oh my god. These are expressing our sudden reaction. So the word which expresses our sudden reaction is called an interjection. Clear? Here, hurrah expresses joy, alas expresses sorrow, wow expresses surprise or joy, eureka expresses achievement, oh my god expresses shock, what expresses shock, bravo expresses appreciation, congratulations expresses happiness, welcome expresses gratitude, thanks expresses also gratitude. Clear? So these words are expressing our sudden reactions or emotions. Clear? Next, let's jump to the next word category, that is determiners. Determiners are the words which determines position, possession, numbers, quantity or amount of a noun. So you have to remember it that determiner is a word which can be used only for a noun. It cannot determine any other part of speech or any other word category. It only determines a noun. It can be used only before a noun. Clear? So it cannot stand without noun, means that that determiners cannot stand without noun, means that these determiners are not used before any other word categories. These cannot be used before any other word category. These can be used only before a noun. Clear? So here are few examples of determiners, like the determiners which determines the position is this, that, these, those, such. And these determiners are called demonstrative determiners. These determiners are called demonstrative determiners. And the determiners which determines the possession of a noun are my, your, his, her, our, their, its. These are possessive determiners. And the next one is the determiners which specifies or determines the number of a noun is called a and the. And these determiners are called article determiners. And the next one is quantity or amount. The determiner which specifies or determines the quantity or amount of a noun is called are, few, little, some, many, much, several, etc., and many more. Clear? And the determiner which determines the quantity or amount of a noun is called quantifier determiners. Clear? So many times question have been asked from these determiners or from these types of determiners, like if they ask this time our country woke up with new virus. If I ask you what is this, here the word this is used as a determiner. And if I ask you which determiner, so your answer will be demonstrative determiner. Clear? So determiners are the words which determines the position, possession, number, quantity or amount of a noun. Clear? So now let's jump to the last part of speech, that is particle. Particle is the word you may not known to this word category. So we'll discuss this word category. Particle is the word which shows no literal meaning. It shows no literal meaning. The word in a sentence, which shows no literal meaning or has no literal meaning of its own is called particle. These particles are mainly used in phrasal verbs. For example, if I write a phrasal verb here like call in. So call is verb here and in is not a preposition. If any preposition or adverb is used in a phrasal verb, it becomes particle. So here in is particle, not a preposition. Clear? So here are many other examples of phrasal verbs like call for, call in, call at, look into. Here look is verb and into is a particle. It is not a preposition, it's a particle. Clear? So any preposition or adverb used in a phrasal verb is called particle. Clear? So we can relate it with the examples, with the given examples. First is the man has taken down the important points. Here taken down is a phrasal verb which conveys meaning that taken down is to note something important. If something is very important and you want to write it or you want to note it, you have to use phrasal verb taken down. So here the meaning is the man has taken down the important points, means the man has noted the important points. So generally this downward expresses position which is like this, is down. Up is like this. Clear? If these words are used as a preposition. Clear? But here this word is not defining any type of position. This whole phrase taken down describes to note something important. When we note something important, so we can use phrase taken down for this situation or this case. Clear? The tears rolled down. Now this downward is expressing position like direction, down. Clear? So down here is acting as a preposition, and down here is acting as a particle. Clear? So here downward shows no literal meaning. This whole phrase shows a meaning, but if I talk about only this word down, so it is not showing any literal meaning. So it becomes particle. But here downward shows direction. It means that it is showing its literal meaning. So it is not a particle, it is a preposition. Clear? So we can understand by the third example. The man in the room puts on his coat and looked above. Here in, on and above. These three are the examples of particles, but in is showing its literal meaning. It's showing its literal meaning, but on here is not showing its literal meaning. Clear? Put on is a phrasal verb. Put on is a phrasal verb which means to wear something. So whenever a preposition or an adverb used in a phrasal verb is called particle. So here on is particle, and looked above is also showing position. Clear? So it is a preposition. It is showing its literal meaning. So it's a preposition. Clear? So we have discussed 3 to 4 parts of speech today. First one is conjunction, connector. Conjunction is a connector which connects words, phrases or clauses. There are two major categories of conjunction, that is coordinate conjunction and subordinate conjunction. The second one is preposition. Preposition is the word which relates a noun or a pronoun with the other part of the sentence. Clear? Any noun or pronoun used after a preposition is called an object of preposition. After that, there are some examples of preposition. Interjections are the words which expresses our sudden reaction or emotions like hooray, alas, wow, eureka, etc. These are our interjections. And the next one is determiners. Determiner is a word which can only be used before a noun or a pronoun, and it determines the position possession, numbers, quantity or amount of a noun. Clear? And it cannot stand without noun in any case. Clear? It cannot stand without a noun. It cannot be used before a pronoun. It cannot be used before an adjective. It cannot be used before an adverb, conjunction, preposition, any other part of speech. Clear? So the determiner which specifies the position of a noun is this, that, these, those, such, and the which expresses possession, my, your, his, her, our, their, its, and expresses number, and quantity, and the quantifier determines the quantity or amount, like few, little, some, many, much, several. And the last parts of speech is the particle. Particle is a word which is mainly used in phrasal verb. The preposition or adverb used in a phrasal verb is called particle. It has no literal meaning. It shows no literal meaning. It makes meaning by using with a verb. Whenever we use a preposition or an adverb with a verb and it creates a different meaning, then we can say it is a particle. Clear? So this is all about the parts of speech. Here we are winding up this chapter and we'll continue our next chapter in our next class. So be there. Next chapter is tense. It is very important chapter to enhance your grammatical skills and or we can say to improve your English grammar skills. Clear? So we'll meet in the next class. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.